Hi, and welcome to A Punk with Toys. My name is Lawrence, and today we're going to take a look at the new retro G.I. Joe Snow. I already reviewed this guy. What I do have is this nice new minty fresh Gridiron Studios. What's it called again? The Arctic Mortar Mission Pack 1. Now, he dropped the second one, but I already had a Snow Serpent coming, and let's be honest, we want to make him look a little bit different. So we're going to take a look at this pack. We're going to throw it on this guy, see how it all fits, and see if this is worth your $30, because that's what it's running for right now. Hopefully it is, because I do like the gun that's in it, the backpack, just everything. Hopefully it's all going to match. So anyway, let's get into this, because there's not too much to show you here. You've already seen this guy, which I will drop a link to it at the end of this. So if you want to know if this figure is even worth buying, which, let's be honest, it probably is. You'll be able to pick it up. So anyway, before we do, if you like this stuff, if you like Gridiron, I think I mentioned before, I think I've done the most Gridiron reviews of anyone out there on the YouTube. Take a second, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and then hit that bell notification, so you're notified every time I drop Gridiron, or G.I. Joe for that matter. All right, let's go take a look. All right, so I got everything out. I put his goggles and his pistols on him, and I've left his snowshoes right here. Here's everything that he has that we're probably not going to be using. Now, if you wanted to use the gun in the backpack, it's up to you. But again, you're buying a pack that's going to have a mortar, automatic shotgun from what I believe it is. That's what Tony's Figs has told me. And other things. So anyway, let's take a look at everything that he comes with. So first off, he comes with this nice canteen, his water bottle. Now it is nice Arctic white. What's really cool about this set is there's no mint green, which is good, because I don't know where mint green comes into snow Arctic stuff. But hey, some people like that in their Arctic, but not this guy. So anyway, we've seen the canteen before. Really looks good. It's nice. It pops on, so you can be able to peg this on if you want it. We have his radio, which I love what they do here. It makes it look like it's actually lit. All right, but the detail on it is real nice. You got your buttons, your up, down, your antenna right there, and then you have your Gridiron logo. We're gonna get 4 rockets, and just has a little bit of paint on the tip. That's what she said. Which are going to slot right into the backpack. So that's going to look pretty sweet on it. We'll quickly take a look at the backpack. And again, here is your couple little pouches. Again, it's all in Arctic gray. So you're going to blend in pretty well with the snow. Again, someone may say, well, why would you have black? Well, the truth is, there are other colors, black, gray, white, in the snow. So these things just kind of slide right in. I don't see there being any issues with it. And to be honest, I guess they can fall out. But they do seem to fit in pretty well. So I guess if you push it down all the way, they're fine. No, kind of. Anyway. Well, you guys aren't going to be upside down anyway. It's not Luke Skywalker being attacked by a Wampa. Here's where your radio is going to slot right in. So you do have a little hook there. Again, the detail that they put into all of this is awesome. And of course, you have the handle, so if you want to grab it and walk with it, you can. And right there is where your little canteen is going to plug in. So, tell me that doesn't look really sweet. Now, unfortunately, there's nowhere to put the snowshoes from what I can tell, but they didn't design it for snowshoes. So now we get the mortar. All right. And so you're going to have this blue base, it looks like, yep, which does match pretty well, to be honest. I think it's going to match this one more than the deluxe one. All right. So the design here does have a handle. That's obviously, I'm assuming, how you shoot it off. You can hold it this way. This is going to articulate. so we can set it in whatever position you want. Well, I guess it goes down that far. I guess you could shoot it straight up at you if you wanted, but I'm assuming you're going to want to shoot it out. All right, detail on the bipod. All right, so no lines. Again, these things are all 3D printed. And a lot of the, well, looks like there's some, maybe there's some paint on here to just kind of make it blend in a little bit. Obviously, they painted down here. The backpack clearly has some sort of paint, I believe. That just kind of makes it feel more like it's in the snow. Right, like right down there. That's not, I don't believe, in the resin that they're using. So there's your mortar. You pop that thing right there. And then, of course, we're going to take out one of our mortars, and it slots right in and goes right down to there. Now that's going to pop out pretty easily. So this is good for doing shots, all right? You have him here. Just make it look like he's dropping it in. Boom. Now, from what I understand, this mortar, wait a minute, first off, we want to get the shell out of it, right? Don't really want to be walking around with that inside of it. So this should just kind of plug right in like that. And that sets on there pretty nicely. All right, no issues there. And then we have what? Again, Tony told me that this was a shotgun. It looks very similar to an AK, and one reason why I liked this one was because it doesn't have the stock. Now, this stock is made to look collapsible. One of the issues with the Snow Serpents and these figures like this is they have so much going on up here and around their shoulders that sometimes it makes it more difficult to get a firing pose with the butt of the stock right up against their shoulder. All right, so this is kind of, for me, cheating. I'm kind of just eliminating if I want to get them in a firing position. All right, so this is completely foldable. All right, it's printed like that. The detail on it looks awesome. It does have a port for blast effect. Look at that. The tip of that gun looks just amazing. All right, there you have your spotter or whatever it's called. On this side, you can see your trigger guard, safety. All right, you have a removable magazine, so you can see they did paint it gray, all right, because it's black there. You can see that those. Okay, yeah, so Tony is absolutely right. That is a shotgun shell. All right, and then you got GS for Gridiron Studios, and I have to say this one plugs in way better than the one that I had, the Elite Operator that I got, which that's the only disappointment that I had in the in a clutch Elite Operator. But this looks really good here. So now let's see how it actually fits on this, because that's really what I'm assuming. Well, if you're buying these, I'm assuming you're buying figures that are going to be opened, right? You're not an in-box collector. Can't really do much with Gridiron if you're an in-box collector, unless you're an in-bag collector for Gridiron. So it does fit. It is a very tight squeeze here. I'm not going to lie about that. But, oh, jeez. So look at the back here. Okay, that does look pretty good. I think it matches fairly well. The blue is a little off, but not so much that you're going to notice. Now he has gray. I really should have grabbed the other one to see how it looks. Maybe I'll stop this, go grab it, see how that looks. Now, one of my fears is I swear that these guys have a much smaller hand than some of the other figures. So, as I did show you on another video, quickly, their trigger fingers are kind of small, so take a blade, and all you're going to do is kind of work that blade right in like this, and just kind of move it back and forth till you go where you think the finger would be. And now you have more of a trigger finger. So, I'm going to throw this in here. Get that trigger finger in there how we want it. And look at that. This looks pretty badass. Although it looks like I got maybe an issue with my figure, but we're not reviewing this figure. The other one I had no problems with. All right, so here you can already see just crossing over the hands, it is difficult. So you open up this hand here. And this is why I like these. I just like this hand better than the open one that like the Valaverse gives, because they don't grab it. But these hands are small, and this is a big shotgun to be carrying, a big rifle. So you can already see how difficult it is to get this on here. Because this hand is really tiny. I think I might have to throw it on someone else, just see how it looks. Well, you kind of get the gist of it. I do like to show how easy or hard certain things are to do. I'm going to be really messing around with this guy. And again, it has nothing to do with this loadout as much as it has to do with the figure. For some odd reason, the hands are just very, very small. So there we go with this. Let's throw on the snowshoes, because this guy is clearly walking. Okay, or we lose one of the snowshoes. I didn't even drop that. It just shot off. So no one can blame me that I have butter on my hands for this one. All right. So we got one snowshoe on. That's good enough for you guys. Just kidding. Throw this on here quickly. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop the camera real quick, run downstairs, go ahead, grab the other snow serpent, and just see how this looks on him. All right, and boom. Look at that. And don't, hey, no one call me a hater. Look at that. I got minty green gun right here, all right? So don't call me a complete hater. So with the deluxe, he came with this backpack, which is Bazooka's backpack, right? You got your rockets, you got your bazooka. So the question is, how does this look with these two? I kind of forgot about the Arctic bat. A lot of other people may have too, because a lot of people didn't end up getting him. So anyway, we'll pop this gun off him. Now again, much darker blue. Pop this off. See how the backpack just kind of slides right off. Now, if you didn't get the retro one, here you go. So now you know how it looks on the original. All right, doesn't look bad. Okay, the white actually matches really well. Matter of fact, I think this may actually look better on him than the retro. So your call, you can kind of do whatever you want, but yeah, I think it might even look better on him. But since we got the bat here, let's see how it looks on the bat, because we can see how the black looks. We see how Orbit's gum looks on him. Wow, what if I take this and I throw this backpack? I don't even know if it will fit. You really have to do some pushing. You might need to shave down a little bit on this pack. But to be honest, this gun may fit perfect with the bat, considering this guy could just be walking and firing it with one hand. So, look at that. The bat can be just firing with one hand, considering he's an android. Don't really need to worry about how he aims. He'll have perfect aim. So there you go. That is the Gridiron Studios Elite Operators. I don't know, I'd say it at the end. You forget because they have so many words in their stuff. All right, let's wrap it up. Okay, so my first reaction on this is I really do like it. It works. It looks good. Um, Biggest problem is that they paint over the black, and I believe that really does cause a problem because it's going to wear. I showed you at the end of this. You'll see where there's paint rub already, and that's unfortunate. The other issue is, and this has nothing to do with Gridiron, that the Snow Serpent's hands are just too small, even for the regular classified guns. So I struggle to get him in good poses because his hands just want to come off. I don't really have a problem if I try and put that in another figure's hands because they fit properly. But overall, the actual set is really nice. I don't think you're going to complain, but if your army built this or these figures, this is something that I think you're going to want just to have a variety of weapons and different types of snow serpents. All right, so there you have it. That is my Gridiron Arctic Mission Pack 1. I do like it. I think it really adds a lot to it. I do have one gripe though, and rather than doing this in a gray resin, they did it in black. So it's actually completely painted from what I can tell, along with, then this is also painted. But if you look here, where it clips in, and it clips in nicely, it's rubbing. So the black is coming off. Now, it's not a deal breaker for me, but it is something you have to be conscious of. Because if this was done in a gray, and even if it was painted over, you wouldn't see it nearly as much. Now, again, I think it gives it a nice feel that it's actually being used and that it's worn. But not everyone wants that, and you are paying a good amount of money. It is hand painted, but there's no way to get around it. You can see even here where this is starting to rub just from the water bottle. So it's up to you. Again, I'm going to be absolutely 100% honest when I do stuff. And it is kind of disappointing. I really wish this would have been done in gray rather than black. I think that just would have worked better because you're going to have hand rub that's going to rub everything off here. So, but anyway, your decision. I will leave a link in the description if you are so interested in picking one of these up. Again, it is $30. Gridiron does wonderful work. There's no doubt about it. You're not going to find detail like this in anything that is resin, from what I can tell. Not resin, plastic mold injected. So they are the top of the game when it comes to 1/18 scale. I'm sorry, 1/12 scale stuff. I'm all over the place, aren't I? So anyway, there you go. If you want it, go get it. I think it really does add a lot. And if you have a lot of snow serpents, if you have a lot of Arctic bats, if you are customizing a snow job and you're like, hey, I need something special, this is what you want to do. Pick up stuff like this. It really adds to everything in your arsenal. But I'm going to get out of here. As I mentioned before in other videos, social media, a Punk with Toys on Instagram, the Facebook group page, Punks with Toys, because once you join, you're a punk with toys. Now I'm going to leave you here. Before you do, please take a second. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I drop a Gridiron video. Now I'm going to get out of here, but do not go anywhere. Right up here, I'm going to leave something else that is Gridiron related, so you're wondering if it's worth it. And down here will be a playlist with all the Gridiron stuff that I've done. Take care.